Oh boy, new haircut. Ooh, that was quick. My immigrant parents came to the States for better horizons. I was born here and I quickly assimilated to the American culture. Originally, I grew up in a neighborhood that was full of Chinese immigrants and American-born Chinese kids until I was 7. And then I moved into the white neighborhoods. To be honest, it was kind of like a border between all the nationalities in the greater city area. Ridgewood, New York. That's right, I lived there before it was cool to everybody. Now, just because my parents were immigrants and I was in neighborhoods that were full of national assimilation and culmination of these different cultures, that didn't mean that other immigrants didn't discriminate against the other immigrants. So growing up, Chinese was always kind of the laughing stock of the nationalities. I was always asked if I could make pork fried rice. I always thought it was kind of a funny question. As I grew older and I became more aware of the things around me, I realized that my parents were working late into the night and still walked me every morning to school. School was literally a block down, they would walk me, I would come home after school, no big deal. Working long, arduous hours in sweatshops or on-site constructions were not unusual professions for immigrant Chinese workers. My parents worked hard. The only day that we got to spend together as a family was on Sundays, and we would go out to Chinatown and have some dim sum. Dim sum. All of that worked out in the end. I ended up going to college. They worked hard to pay me through college. And now I am overeducated, underpaid entrepreneur and social activist in the 21st century. Boy, that sounds so much sadder. I don't usually get all political with anything, but when someone says,
what I was talking about was the specific case of fraud being committed where there's organized efforts, and frankly it's more related to Asian people.
Are you serious?
Coming into our country, having children, in that organized efforts, taking advantage of a noble concept with his birthright citizenship.
I tend to bug out a little bit. Tell me in the comments below what your Asian American story is, and using the hashtag MyAsianAmericanStory on Twitter, go ahead and tell me your story. Shout out to Jason Fung at Jason Fung Writes for originally creating the hashtag to create this narrative about the Asian American story. If you like this video, give this video a thumbs up and share this video with your friends. Subscribe for more content, and remember to go out there and make a difference. Tell me in the comments what your Asian American story is, and using the hashtag tell me in the comments below what your Asian American story. Tell me in the comments below what your Asian American story is, and using the hashtag From that point on, I knew that my perspective had changed and I would expect lollipops from every stranger I met. For real though, it's crazy how people that we never met before can be so kind and generous and empathetic